Evening, everybody. I see 17 people, so seems that this live started. Please write in the comments if you can see me, not me, Luba and Jack, and if you can hear me. It's almost 6. Hello Mike, hello from Victoria, BC. Hi Sof. It's almost 6 p.m. here in Ukraine. Seems for you it's early morning. Good evening, everybody. Hello Don, hello Michael. So here we have some preparations. You can see trees, white trees, like during winter time. Luba is washing windows, and Jack. Hello, good morning to everyone. And Stick is playing with some stick. Oh, still. And Jack, I'm sorry. And Jack is playing with some stick. So today we had really a warm day, so we worked a bit in our yard, and you can see we removed an old fence from here. So if you remember in my videos we had the fence here from this side and right there from that side. Your Fritz loves sticks. Jack loves sticks too, so you can see, and he helped us to took all woods from here to the storage, and you can see some parts of that old wood here. And by the way, we also had some beehive restoration and renovation. So you can see this is an old beehive, just with some new wood and painted. We also have several hives. You can see there it's blue, and one more somewhere. And one more is here. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit in Texas today. As for Ukraine, maybe we had 10 Celsius today. And you can see this new hive here in national colors, yellow and blue, and few hives with fresh green color, and that one with blue. But yeah, we have many more hives to paint, but before that we have to restore them. Hello Mohammed, hello engineer. The American dude, I was watching YouTube and your channel just popped up. Hopefully everything's still fine with the family, Don. I just don't understand. Do I have live, because it's showing the same and no new comments? У тебе телефон далеко? Да? Та хотів, щоб ти глянула, бо щось я не розумію. А? Чи трансляція працює? Тому що показує одні ті самі числа. Seems that maybe something happened to my life. I asked Luba to check. Працює? All right. Hello vertical lines. Yeah, I see that more people joined. А вона не глючить? Не глючить? Покажи. Vertical lines. Hello again from New York City. Thinking of you guys. Hello vertical lines. Hi from Jack. Thanks for your super chat. Still snow in Ukraine? No, but we had snow day ago. It was in central regions and it was in Kiev, but it was just a bit of snow. But as for our weather, you can see it's no snow. It's warm right now. Maybe you thought that we have snow because of these trees, but no, it's not the snow. Let me flip the cam. So it just the like antibacterial paint. Yeah, so that's why they are white. What time is it? It's about 6 p.m. What time of year do you collect the honey? It's during summertime, in July and August, and in September. It depends on the weather, depends on the temperature. Jack, say hi to my friends. They are watching you from all over the world. Jack, ти бачиш? Do you see? Я не буду. You see, he is taking his ball. Окей, Джек, давай м'яч. Бери. Ну, показали людям. Ну давай. He wants to play, but it's, you see, his ball is dirty as always. Люба, скажи hello.
Я грязна, не хочу говорити.
Люба is dirty. Ну скажи just hi. Hi.
Я тобі казала, що я не буду прямо в ефірі.
Yeah, another problem that Jack, he asks to enter the house and he just jumped on the door.
Не тільки на двері.
And on the window you can see his not steps, like pause, right? Pause. All right, let me read some. Yeah, Jack understands immediately. Let me read. Salute. Oh, Lucien Lorenzo, sorry, I do not understand your language. Cannot read. All dogs do that with their ball. Happy P Day. Jack wants pie. Pie day. You have a pie day today or what, Steve? I'm sure if something happens, Paulo will tell us. It's Zane. Hello, Zane. Hello, guys. As always, when I do these streams from the outside, I'm doing them from my cell phone. It's not comfortable to see all the comments. Our snow is almost going. NH state, New Hampton, or what? We had our second warmest winter on record. Hello from Italy, dears. Hello, Alex. 11:44 a.m. Ohio. That's a big dog. He's a big dog. I'm sure if something happened, Paulo will tell us. Yeah, if I don't know what about, but if something happens, of course I'll share everything with you. So as for some updates and news from Ukraine, so yesterday night and day before yesterday we had missile strikes in Kryvyi Rih, where civil building was hit by the missile, and in Sumy. So civil buildings again, like it was just a few weeks ago in other big city, and as far as I know, 3 people have been killed in Kryvyi Rih, and the same amount in Sumy, and dozens of wounded people. So as for today's event, I also seen a lot of news from Russia, strikes on different oil facilities, some interesting things happening in Belgorod, in the city that is close to Ukraine. As for central regions, Kiev, Poltava region, we had several raids. We came to the countryside this morning. We have a day off today, and this morning we removed this fence because it was good weather. And yeah, and tomorrow morning we are going back to the city, and I also maybe this week or maybe on weekdays I wanna do some live from our city. Last time we had live from Kiev downtown, we were on Podil, but yeah, the last time I've been doing the live from our city town, like in our size, maybe it's town, but yeah, as far as I understand, city town like means same for you, so I will call our town city too. Okay, let me read your. Today is March 14, 3.14 mathematical p. It's a joke day, but every day disappeared. But every day is good day for pie. Yeah. By the way, we also have pie with apples. So yeah, pie day, March 14. Yeah. You again. Every time I discovered something new from you guys, because many things that you have in your countries we do not have in Ukraine. Village is safer. Oh, it depends, because sometimes some like rubbles from drones, they also falling down in some countrysides all over Ukraine, not only close to Russia, but generally, of course, village and countrysides are safer because like there are no any infrastructure like military infrastructure or power infrastructure, so of course it seems to be safer here. But it's impossible, like for people who've been living in countrysides all their lives, of course it's great, but for people who used to live in cities, who used to have some, I don't know, malls, some big supermarkets, who needs to go to their offices, of course it's impossible like to live in countryside for 2 years. But when just the war started, many people, they left big cities and they went to regions, and we also were staying here for maybe months or two, and every every house that was empty for many years. Like people, they came here, they started to take care of that houses, they stayed here for a couple of months. But yeah, as for now, many houses are empty again, and people return to their cities. Some of them fled, some of them moved to Western Ukraine, but the majority of like countryside citizens, yeah, they stayed here. Vertical lines, I would love to visit if I can build in Ukraine. I have 40 years experience. If I can build in Ukraine. You mean like you're like worked on construction? You're not constructor, like builder. Constructor. 40 years experience. My dad, he also like wasn't building. By the way, thanks for your super chat. 40 years experience. My dad has 30 years experience. He was the operator of tower crane. So yeah, he had been working for maybe 20 years there. But in a total, like it's more than 30 years. Paulo, please don't get drafted. Don't leave the small village. Hide from conscription. Your life means more. Don't die in meat grinder. Michael Portnoy. It doesn't matter. Like small village, big city. You saw like we had a few lives recently from Kyiv city. We are moving like from our city to Kyiv almost every few weeks, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I know that some of you guys, you have some like strange news that people are like kidnapped on the streets, but we do not know the whole story. Like it's not about everyone that you cannot go outside and be safe. It depends on your like background. Like if you're hiding from conscription and you're hiding from conscription like for many years, and you've been invited but you avoiding, of course in that case it's possible that recruits can meet you on the street and can ask you what's going on, like why are you hiding. And in that case, they can like take you. In other cases, like I met recruits several times on the streets. It like the whole process, they just check your docs, check your ID, they check the database, they are checking your like profile, and they see if you like been invited, if you're avoiding, and so on. So if for example, if I've been invited officially and then I like not missed, like refused, reject, and I stayed in the countryside, in that case of course it's like not safe for you, for that people who ignored this mobilization. In that case it's not safe to travel around Ukraine, to go through blog posts. But in my case, like I have not been invited yet, so that's why like I'm traveling and we're moving between big cities, like can walk anywhere like without any fear. So I hope you understand. Paula, is it safe in city center? There is no safe place in Ukraine. Like like, I mean 100%. Вітання з Сербії, тримайтесь, браття, hello, Atso. Okay, let me read some your... I'm Max, greetings from Boston, hi from other side of the planet, hello Paul, totally. In Europe we do not call anywhere a city unless it has a cathedral. USA residents take note. I haven't known that. Don Makolak, Jack knows, he is on YouTube, he is a star. Yeah, long time ago. What is the small brick building with a metal door? Small brick building with a metal door. You mean this one? It's cellar, like the place where we have some canned products, like preservation. It's like the basement, but it's not the basement. Seems it's cellar. Sorry, no, what part of Ukraine do you live at? This is Poltava region. It's like central eastern part. You can see the map. Easelcat sounds like a democracy to me, lol. What exactly? Easel? I don't know what's going on to stop the war. Putin is going to win his 5th term as president. It is going to drag on and on. Janice, this topic is so complicated, and probably that nobody knows how we can stop it right now. And of course, like in my view, the more this war drag on, the worse for everyone, not only for Ukrainians, but just for everyone on this planet. So that's why we should be united and should like stay together. Does anyone else wonder what did people used to do during Hitler annexation of Sudetenland? Imagine they had YouTube back then. Yeah, I also was thinking about this in general, like this war, and even not even exactly this specific war, but all wars that we have right now, during such time when we have so different technologies, where we have like internet connection everywhere, and even like on some abandoned place we can put Starlink and have like so great connection, can share everything, and drones with live streams. You can see, like, you can download the video, you can see everything. Just again, this lives on YouTube, so many reports from the front line. So yeah, compared to our past and World War I or II, like it just like we know nothing. Like we know something just like from some, I don't know, newspapers, articles. Most of those people who've been fighting or been living that times, they died. But right now it's completely different war and wars in general. Paulo, he in America it's draft, not invite last. Gary, please write your sentence so more clear. I've been to Ukraine twice, and And if I ever come back, I want to see you both in your village home in person. Ford Mustang. Nice nickname, Ford Mustang. Yeah, seems that many people want to see us, to visit this place, or just at least spend some time with us. And yeah, I do understand that as a YouTuber. And like I do not mind that, really. Is support for Zelensky falling? Is support for the war still strong after 2 years? The average Ukrainian must be tired of it all. Due to official polls and my not my view, but what I see, of course, the support for our government, for Zelensky, is falling down. And you can Google some like not official, just some Ukrainian media, and see that polls and like talking to my friends, my colleagues, we discuss such topics. And of course, like not many people, of course everyone is tired, to be honest. But like, do we have some option? Do we have some choice? Like in the beginning, no one ever could imagine that this war will go on for several years. But now seems that everyone understands that this war can last for like several more years. And of course, like, everything depends not only on Ukraine, but it depends on the whole world, all countries, because it's like just what I see, and what I see that of course, like, the after events which happened in Gaza, after events that's, I don't know, like, still in view, attention from Ukraine. Even today I was checking Washington Post, I was checking New York Times, and news from Ukraine, like just 1 out of 15 maybe. I've seen some news from Russia about elections, but not from Ukraine, that our cities been striked, that civilian people died. No news at all. So the attention is falling down, and of course for us, for Ukrainians, and for Ukrainian general, it's bad. Hello, Cheryl. Nice to see you. How important is the production on the countryside? Countryside for the people today. The Ukrainians have to provide their own food production, or is there enough supply in the stores? Of course, there is enough supply in the stores. And as for food shortage, we had food shortage just in the beginning, and only on some specific items, like salt, like some stuff for kids, for example, some maybe medicine in farm stores. And it's only because of like this border issues, big lines, a lot of people fled from Ukraine, so there were like huge lines on the border, and we had some issues with gasoline, but it was maybe during first, second months of the war. And later I didn't remember that we had some issues with supply. As for our supermarkets right now, you can see like the huge variety of grocery, imported grocery from all countries. But of course prices are crazy, and I don't know, it's so not just sad, it's just heartbreaking to see new price tags, because every time it's more and more expensive, and you just do not understand why. Like a year ago, the, let's say, bottle of milk was 25 hryvnia in our local currency, but now it's like 45. So it's almost 70% more for the same milk. But if we took our grandma, she sold her milk, let's say 2 years ago, for 6 hryvnia per liter, and just half a year ago for 7 hryvnia per liter. So in her case, she earned just maybe 10%, not even 10%, 5% more, like the price for her milk, for natural milk that she been selling. Now she doesn't have the cow, so mostly we are buying milk from the store. But even when you are buying milk from some people from this countryside, it's also about 40 hryvnia per liter. 40 hryvnia per liter, it's a bit more than $1. Let me scroll comments back. You look like you're pacing around the backyard. It can be a good stress reliever. I guess I know some others why do it. Yeah, because we have here just like a road, so I can go and make some circles. Is this because of disillusionist swap or general fatigue? Dacian rider, you asked about, as far as I understood, you asked about this like support. So of course, when our government changed our top general, it was a bit misunderstanding. Like I don't know, maybe 99% of people had questioned why you are doing that, like during such a hard time, when our general, I don't know, everyone treats Zaluzhny like some kind of father, some kind of good father, some kind of gentle guy who is trying to save as more as he can, like to save I mean our fighters, our military. And when he was replaced, of course we had discussions between, I don't know, like everywhere, between friends, under some post in Telegram, just under YouTube videos, and I don't know, it's just like a mystery why that happened. But recently we had new articles and news about Zaluzhny that maybe, not even maybe, that he was like fired from military, and now he will be working as a diplomat in Great Britain, in England. I don't know why. In article, it was saying that it was his dream, like to try himself in some diplomatic relationship. I don't know, diplomatic matter. But I don't know how is it possible that top general became like an embassy worker. Maybe they are trying just to get rid of him from Ukraine and make people forget about our general. But of course, like what is truth, nobody knows. Okay, let's go back. There is a lot of Russian propaganda about President Zelensky in Ukraine. It is really rampant now. Don't believe right-wing news because it comes from Russia. And look, we do mostly, like all Ukrainians do mostly read Telegram channels, and in Telegram channels we have so many, like so big variety of channels and news. Like it can be some government channel, it can be some opposition channel, some neutral channel, some channels from abroad, and the variety of news is like just huge. And you can read one like news, second news, third news, you can compare, you can see what people, how people react, what people think on that matter, and of course like you can see just what is happening in your country, because we are living here and we are witnessing all of that, and we are witnessing like everything what is happening right now. What I mean, social life, I mean some payments, pensions, war events, some moves from our government, and so on. So as for Russian propaganda, you can see that from far. Like if you read some news about, for example, some, I don't know, chemical pigeons, that Ukraine has some factory with chemical pigeons, of course you do understand that, well, that is so funny that some people believe in that. Or that, I don't know, of course it's also weird to watch some, not weird, it's like so ridiculous to watch some Russian interviews with some Russian politics, and I know some bloggers where they are saying that, even Putin's speeches, when he is saying that Ukraine is under control of Bandera's government, and something about neo-Nazi. It's like it recently when Tucker Carlson had an interview with Putin, and he asked about denazification, what is that, what does that mean, and Putin was saying about some Hitler followers in Ukraine, some people who has this ideology. And later on, Tucker Carlson, he had that interview with, I do not know the name of the channel, but he said that it was like the biggest full speech I ever heard from, especially from Putin. And listening to that, I mean, some words about, not even words, some his sentences about Nazism, that Ukraine full of Nazi, that the government is Banderized. It's so ridiculous, and it's so full, because a lot of people who are watching Putin, I mean Russians, they really believe in that. And I don't know, they can turn on any video from Kiev, some vlog from Ukraine, and they can see just regular streets, regular people. And as for some Nazi movements, I mean this, and that's not Nazism, but I mean people who really has these views, some good views on Hitler, like the percent of such people is so tiny. It's like less than I don't know 100 part from 1%. And of course such people, such movements, they are in every country, but the amount of such people, it's like I don't know, like 1,000 people out of 20 millions. Or because I've been living in Ukraine all my life, and I never seen, like, of course I've seen some, I don't know, like not protest demonstrations that were maybe 5 years ago, and there were like 200 people or 300 people, but it's not even related to Hitler. It's related to Bandera. Like, for some people he's hero, for some people he is just a person from the history, some people just do not care, some people just do not know who is him. But if we will watch Russian media, like they are saying that in Ukraine, like we are, I don't know, like praying and he is God for us. But in real life most of people really like do not care about such stuff, because it's some stuff from the past, from the history, and you cannot just avoid that fact, because like in every country you guys have some people who like some historical people, yeah, but it's just a history, and we have to live today. We have to think what we're gonna do tomorrow, or in a half a year, how to make our life better today. And every time, yeah, it's so funny again from Putin, that historical part, 30 minutes of some Rurikovich stories that to take place in, I don't know, 10 centuries, and every time he is like referring to that time, but it's not relevant. It's not relevant because we're living in 21st century. We're living in 2024. It's just like I don't know, just I just becoming angry and mad. All right, Steve, what are you writing? I think we have such people everywhere. The media, government loves to inflate this street that is not real. Putin is just crazy in the head. He must be smoking. Damn, cannot. All right, let me stay here. When will Ukraine have another democratic election? Our planned election should be on April this year, as far as I remember. But of course, due to the war, it's like impossible to have elections right now, at least fair elections, because a lot of people fled, a lot of people are living near to the front lines, a lot of people are fighting, and of course, like, it's not safe to have some offline elections. Of course, if we could have some online elections, but it's impossible again, because many people in Ukraine who are living in rural parts of our country, some grandmas, grandpas, they do not have, they have cell phones, but they do not use them as we are using them, like with some apps like YouTube and so on. So of course it's impossible, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Previously our government was talking about the elections. It was maybe half a year ago, but then they said that it's impossible, and due to our law it's impossible to have elections during martial law. So we'll see. But recently we had talks about opening few airports for civil flights, and I don't know, is that possible, because it's a huge risk for international companies, and just huge risk, and I do not know if any company would like to fly in Ukraine. Привіт, Jennifer з Канади. Тут I watched many of your videos and noticed that you speak with a few Russian words here and there. Are people speaking more full Ukrainian since the war? For many people, thanks Jennifer for your question. For many people it's impossible to speak full Ukrainian. I mean, to speak 100% correct, because still many people do not know full vocab, and that's why many people speak using Surjik, the mix of languages, but mostly, let's say, even when I speak Ukrainian, to my parents, to my grandparents, to my friends, let's say I use 90% of Ukrainian words and 10% of some Russian words, because sometimes you just cannot choose, cannot find the right word. You have to check some maybe translation, but of course the more you speak, the more you hear, the more you listen, of course it's getting better, you have bigger vocab. As for Russian language, of course many people many people started to speak Ukrainian as the main language since the beginning of the war, but there are still many people. I do not know the amount, the percent of such people, but even when we were in Kiev, in some in McDonald's, let's say in McDonald's, or just I don't know, on the street, on some bus station, you can still hear many people who speak Russian. But for Ukraine and for Ukrainians, I don't know, some people, just only not minority, but I know some people really hate that and don't want to hear some Russian language anywhere. Some people don't care, because eastern regions like Kharkiv, Sumy, I don't know, southern regions like Kherson, Mykolaiv, Donetsk, Luhansk, those regions, they were always mostly Russian speaking, and as far as war events, they are taking place in eastern regions, in southern regions, people from there fled to central regions, to western regions, and some of them still continue to speak Russian, some of them speak Ukrainian, but for many of them, of course, it's a bit hard. But I don't know, most of people don't care about language, because they are Ukrainians, and it's doesn't matter if you are real Ukrainian, if you're, let's say, even not the patriot, but you're Ukrainian with Ukrainian views, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Let's choose another question. Biden weak leaders to cancel previous Canada. Hello, Hugh. Eric Anderson, what do you love most about Ukraine? I will answer that later. Thanks for your question. I just tried to find some interesting question, and but it's so hard doing that on the cell phone. Good evening from Netherlands Oblast. Just found this channel. Don't ask how. Thanks, the real Dave Seaman. Hello from Ukraine. Dean Cox, you and Luba the best. Keep up your strength and spirit. Thanks, Dean. Thanks for watching us. The truth is not trolling. Why can he not account for the billions of dollars he has been sent? I don't know who. Do you or Luba make pisanka? Jennifer, on Easter time, our, like, my mom, Luba's mom, and Luba, last year she also did писанка. Hello, Harry. Привіт, Павло, як справи? Сподіваюсь, вашій родині все добре. Дякую, Harry. Thanks, Harry. Love the most about Ukraine must be Luba. Yes, Katенька. Never give up your identity. The occupiers are counting on and I lost. Steve, you're doing very well. Speaking English. Thanks, Steven. I'm trying. That's right, these wars aren't supposed to be happening anymore, but people like Putin like to cause trouble. Привіт, Павло, Женя з Канади, я почті. People speaking. I answered that question. So it's hard to learn a new language when you're babushka and you spoke Russian all your life. It's hard. American dude, Don, look, Ukraine is like bilingual country. So not every, let's say 98% of Ukrainians, they know both languages, Russian and Ukrainian. Even if you never spoke Russian, you can understand and you can speak Russian almost in any part of Ukraine, beside from some, I don't know, some small parts that are really close to some Hungary border or some I don't know, maybe Poland, not Poland, because like my grandparents, they are coming from Zhytomyr region. It's near to Belarus, and everyone knows, everyone can speak, but mostly people, they speak just one language, like, because it's like silly if you will be speaking Ukrainian and Russian like 50-50. I mean, you just choose Ukrainian or choose Russian depending on your like family, because like my family, my parents, Luba's parents, everyone understands Russian, everyone can speak Russian, but our like native language, our main language, our state language is Ukrainian, so that's why of course we do speak Ukrainian. Ukraine can speak Russian, it's like an addition to Russian language, but Russian cannot speak Ukrainian. Yeah, that's right, Rapid Flames. Russians, maybe just small parts of them, they can understand Ukrainian, but they cannot speak Ukrainian. And it's like the same as I can understand some Polish words, but I cannot speak Polish. Same as Belarus language, Belarusian language. I can understand, but I cannot speak. Because our languages, they are so like similar. All Slavic languages have like hundreds and thousands similar words. Jennifer Lovak, it would be nice to see video of your family making pisanka. My father and I have been making pisanka since I was 5 years old in Canada. It's very heartwarming to see it kept alive. Keep up the videos. Thanks, Jennifer. We'll see. Easter time is soon. This year we have Easter in the middle of May, as far as you know. So it's like just in a few months. So we'll see. Because usually people in Ukraine, some people, of course, they are making this eggs without any like, you know, these days we have these stickers for when Easter time. We have stickers, so you just put egg inside and this pisanka is ready. But some people, they still do, but it's maybe in some very traditional people who really like follow this tradition. Because for example, my grandma, she was using onion leaves, not onion leaves, just this I don't know, let's say onion leaves, and she boiled the water with these onions and she put eggs inside, and eggs became like red or brown. So it was the natural way how she could paint the eggs. But of course it's better to ask women about that, because like me as a man, like all eggs are good for me, no matter they are with stickers, with paint. Pretty much a black screen. I can by the way stay somewhere here, so a few more circles. That's like German and Swiss German. Swiss can understand German, but Germans can understand Swiss German. I should make Ukrainian Easter eggs this year. I haven't done that in a long time. Xianfu. Where is Xianfu? Onion peels. Yeah, onion peels. Thanks, Katinka. Onion peels. Many people in former Ukrainian oblasts of Belgorod, Voronezh, Kursk, and Rostov-on-Don also speak Surjik, the combination of Ukrainian and Russian. Konstantin from Rostov does. Many people, yeah, from the name of that region is Krasnodar, like Krasnodarsky Oblast region, and many people who is living in that region, they really know Ukrainian, and even some of them is speaking Ukrainian as a main language. There were several videos, even on Russian media, where they were doing some interview in that region, and really I saw a woman who was speaking Ukrainian, just a native speaker. And Surjik, yeah, combination of Ukrainian and Russian. The language thing should not be issue. It's the same here. 1500 kilometer west of Ukraine, we have the main language which is used for general purpose, and then there are local dialects which can differ. Jack is jumping. Jack, just всередину. Do you watch Konstantin from Russian side? I do not, but of course I've seen some of his videos, but I do not follow him. Like, I don't know, it's like there is no sense to watch him for me. Xi'an is a Chinese troll. Xi'an is, by the way, Chinese city. Xi'an. I know. Yes, men don't usually make pisanka unless they are married. It's the women who make them to give to men they like. Yeah, because mostly my mom and my grandmom. They've been doing pisanka, but not my dad. My dad, me, we just eat them. Why is everything so dark, Alex? Because like this is the yard, and we do have some lamps, but like we have this main lamp just next to the entrance. As for countryside light, we do have countryside light too on the road. You can see it. You see this white spot, spot, and also that way. But yeah, it's darker already here. It's nighttime. It's not nighttime, but yeah, it's evening time. Jax, stop begging. You'll stay here with me. And it's a nice dog, good boy, Jack. Okay, let's wake him. Jack, stop. I speak in combination of Ukrainian English. Is that it's impossible to sit with Jack? Is that considered Surjik? No. It seems that Ukrainian and English it's not Surjik, because generally Surjik is just about Ukrainian, Russian, Belarusian language. As far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, of course. Hello from Kentucky, USA, Paula. Hello, Trevor. Maybe so I've been watching your videos since a few months now, and I have seen the hard work you both put into your home, and it's looking much better. Thanks. Maybe second. It's not here in New York. Konstantin's videos can be interesting, but most of all himself making money from donations. We saw voters in Russia on CNN today. Guess who they voted for? They voted for democratic future of Russia. They voted for Putin, afraid to veto Putin, and they signed a ballot. I believe. I also, Steven, have you ever been to Crimea? You mean Crimea? Crimea? Yeah, I've been to Crimea many times, like about 20 times before 2014. As for elections, the big issue for Russian elections, there are just no not like real competitor for Putin, and like it's impossible to be a competitor to Putin in Russia, since you know what is happening to like all opposition in Russia. Navalny been killed, Prigozhin been killed. Many years ago there was also Nemtsov also killed. Other opposition, like there are some people who also pretend to be president, but nobody knows them. It's just like a show. So of course people they are full of propaganda, they are full of state media. Like Russian people, they have just, I don't know, their view, their outlook, it goes just from the TV, from their talk show. Like most of those people, especially who live in countryside, in rural parts of Russia, and this is the bigger part of Russia, rural regions, countrysides. All of them, I don't know, the only way to get information for them is just TV. So yeah, that's why this situation is so sad. But I don't know, like if I've been Russian, let's just pretend, and we have the same president like 4 terms and 5 terms, like more than 20 years, the same president. I don't know if that taking place in some other countries. I know that in Belarus, Lukashenko, he's also like the president since, I don't know, like 2000 or maybe 1996, like for 24 years or maybe 25 years, and in Russia the same. And people, like, they even don't want to try something new, something different. I don't know how's it possible. In Ukraine, like, we used to change our presidents like every term, and I think it should be like that, because I know when people is the president, first of all, he or she used to have this power, and maybe after like 2-3 years you see the situation is a bit different, and there should be some fresh, some new person on your place. But as for them, like 25 years, the same one president, I don't know how is it possible, but you see that they don't care. Like, for them, they treat that fine. Not of them, of course, but mostly. It's just sad. Lukashenko is a dictator just like Putin, and he's Lukashenko, like, without, there is no Lukashenko without Putin, because first of all, like, he stayed in his seat just because of the Putin, because of his support. In our case in Ukraine, we had such a time when we had President Yanukovych. He was like pro-Russian president, and he had like good relations with Putin, and he chose his union instead of European Union, like friendship with Russia instead of European Union. So you see, yeah, what happened when he did that. Only dictatorship have presidents for life. Paul lightens your mood and makes you laugh to deal with the feeling of what is going in your country. You know, this like this love and good mood is always let's say temporary, because being Ukrainian, living in Ukraine now, it's impossible to be really, I don't know, like really happy 24/7. You have this some happy moments, temporary happy moments during the week. I know, when you meet someone, meet your friend, meet your parents. But later on, like again, before you go to sleep, you have like thousands of some thoughts, and you're thinking that everything could be different. Like, and what if this full-scale war never happened? Like, what about our life? Like, we could travel, we could go where we want, everything was safe and sound, and there were no, like, let's say, humanitarian issues in Ukraine, like that millions of people fled. There was no destruction, there was no killed soldiers and our military. What if we could avoid everything? Of course, like, it eats you that that you have it, but what if it never happened? And lots of drone strikes deep into Russia last night. I usually costly to Putin's war machine. Without a small operation, none of this would be happening. But maybe you see, like, we had this drone strikes almost every 1, 2, 3 days, and almost in many regions in Russia, oil depots, military storages. In Crimea, it was like everywhere. So many warships was destroyed, and it's still like I don't know. like no effect. Like it doesn't matter for them. Like, oh, okay, like, and same for people. Like they treat it. They're just asking why is it happening? Why Ukraine is striking? But the answer is that we been living in this for 2 years, with like thousands of attacks, thousands of strikes, thousands of air raid sirens, thousands of killed people, destroyed homes, and the people who is living near to Ukraine and just recently received some strikes, they are just asking why. Man, 2 years have passed by. Pablo, yes, 2 years. And before that, COVID. Also 2 years. So from 2020 we had COVID. We were like isolated, like all of us mostly. Even you guys, I know that your borders was also closed, and like you were staying home, you were staying in your country, like most of you, and we too. And then the war started, so it's 4 years in total for us, like being closed. Charles Wicklin, where is just Charles Wicklin? Let me see. The war won't end until he's out of the office. Who is he? I'm from Finland, and I think we must stop Putin now in Ukraine, otherwise he will continue war after Ukraine somewhere else. Putin won't let go until his regime is done. Kaput. We can stop Putin. I like my honest opinion that world reaction on everything what is happening is just I don't know, just a show. Like we support Ukraine, but yeah, but nothing changed. Like all these sanctions, I don't know if they just are doing something or not, if they're helping. Like there are thousands of sanctions, but the result Paula Sub from Long Beach, California. Good morning, Josh. It will be all come to end very soon. Steve is CA bot. The Russians are crooks, of course. They know how to get around sanctions. Max, and it's not only Russians. Like there are so many countries, they are helping them. And recently I even like I saw some news that it was related to Poland, our journalists they did investigation related to this blockade on our Ukrainian-Poland border, and there was investigation that many trucks drivers, they they are visiting Belarus, taking some products there, like they are trading like Poland and Belarus. And later on I also see like that many other countries, they are still trading, but all of us, not all of us, but like even if we are talking about natural gas from Russia, like we have this like gas tube that is from Russia to European Union countries through Ukraine. So even during the wartime, like we still like have some trade relations. sanctions are helping. The Russian economy is worse, much worse than what the official Russian news give. Maybe it's worse, but it's not like the way it should be. I mean, it should be worse. That people can feel that people can feel that something shitty happening, but they just do not feel that. They do not feel that the Russia, like that country, invade another country, killing people, striking almost every day. Like those people, they do not feel that at all. Country only has so much money and ammunition to give. It takes time to replenish high quality equipment. And the Polish are just smart enough to not start a war they cannot win. Hello, Paulo. Greetings from Belgium. I hope you're good. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Jerry. Good morning. It's okay. Like we do have some trolls as always, but like it's okay. It's funny. Polish farmers are influenced by Russian FSB and the like. Many Russians living in my country are the same. It is awful. Ukraine CA will not distract from losses to terrorist sabotage attacks. Trump will end this stupid war by 2025. Trump also, like, I don't know if we can believe him. Like, he's been saying so many different stuff, and I don't know, like I have like different attitude towards him. Sometimes I like when I watch and listen to him, I think maybe he's right. Next time I'm listening to him and like, what are you talking about? And it's like on repeat. I don't know how most of you guys treat him. I'm Canadian and the girlfriend is from Ukraine and family still in Ukraine. It's MB. It would be nice if Ukraine would ever get those F-16, Steve. Yeah, F-16. We have just conversations about F-16s, I don't know, since the beginning of the war. So, okay, maybe not since the beginning, but at least like maybe a year. And every time, like every week, we have some news in our Telegram groups or in our, I don't know, our media that soon that happens, very soon, maybe this year, maybe this summer, maybe in the end of the year. It's gonna take 45 years fix this mess, I'm afraid. 45 years. I don't want to believe that. Добрый вечер, брат, from Georgia, USA. Hello, Ilya. The majority of Americans are not for Trump. When I see your polls, for me it's like almost 50-50. Maybe it's 45-55, maybe it's 40-60, but it's like as far as I know, some states for Trump, some states for Biden. Oh, Luba is writing. She's inviting me to have a dinner. A few more minutes, okay, and I'll join our dinner. It's like 6:30, right? 6:30, and maybe we'll have dinner time soon. Yeah. Jack, are you gonna have dinner? What's for dinner tonight? I don't know, we have some pie, some apple pie, But to be honest, I don't know, maybe buckwheat. But I'll see that only when I go inside. I couldn't find anyone, but Трамп брехун, фанатик, шахрай, він знущається над жінками, він друг Путіна, будь ласка, не вір американцям, друже. I saw all of these things you mentioned, but I just do not, if he's really like брехун, шахрай, знущається над жінками, why he has so many of support in some states? Like, just why? Як там? Люба is fine. Yeah, she's waiting for me inside. Payday tomorrow. Payday tomorrow. Yeah. It's tomorrow. But for us, it's just in 5 hours. Looks dark there early, Paulo. Jerry, yeah. It was good maybe an hour ago, but now it's dark. But it's only 6:30, right? No, yeah, 6:30. Maybe it's 7. Like I do not see time here. All right, guys, it's almost 1:20, so maybe like there is no sense to have this live on this dark street, right? Hello, cats. Hi, Paul and Luba. Slava Ukraini, Героям Slava, cats. Thanks for joining. And it's not only me and Luba, there is also Jack. He's also in our live today. Jack, what are you doing? Don't do that. Jack, іди до мене. Jack, іди до мене. О, обережно. Не облизуй. Good boy. How old is Jack? He's 1 year. Just 1 year. I hope that you find a moment of happiness with Luba and Jack. I hope too, Mike. I hope. Because, yeah, it seems to be alright, but yeah, mentally it's hard. It's hard for everyone. Even for, like, I don't know, everyone is suffering. It's oh, Jack уже просит. Jack is asking to enter the house because it's emotionally and psychologically it's not easy to live in such conditions like for 2 years, but yeah, we are strong, so we are Ukrainians, we are strong, and we will like overcome all our issues and only be stronger. Did you do videos before the war, Steve? Yeah, I started my channel maybe, I don't know, in July or August of 2021, like half a year before the war started. And could I ever imagine that happened? Of course, no, never. Even like when we had so many rumors around, no one could ever believe that. Even our government. But I don't know. Now, after 2 years, like when I see all these warnings, and they started like in November, in October, like 4-5 months before the war, I just thinking like, why nobody like paying attention on that, and why nobody believed that. But of course now, like we cannot change something, so like we have what we have. Katinka, thanks for super sticker. Paulo, when will you be live again? Maybe in a few days. Maybe we'll have some live from the city. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for super chat. Hello, Paulo. Greetings from Belgium. Hello, my friend. John Elizondo. Stay safe, mate. Thanks a lot, John. Trying to stay trying to stay safe. Yeah. Don't fear Trump, he will help Ukraine. Peace will come soon. Slava Ukraine. Героям слава. I don't know. Yeah, like guys, your election, like to predict your election, really, I don't know, hard. For Russia, it's clear, but for US elections, I don't know. Like, I just do not know. Let me know when you get the packages. Katinka, by the way, did they give you some track number? Yeah, I was thinking to ask you that, because usually last time when I get a shipment, international shipment, it took maybe a month. Maybe now it will be faster, but anyway, if you have any track number, maybe you have the track number somewhere on the receipt, so you can share the track number and we can track that package. Our elections polls are guesses and they are very close. We are very concerned in the US because Trump does not want to help anyone overseas, but ultimately that affects security worldwide, including us. I agree with you, Pablo, that the response to Putin in the very beginning was weak. I expected world not to. I want deaths. Both are bad choice. End times people. By the way, yeah, you mean that I also think that, like, when it happened in Ukraine, when Zelensky became the president, I was thinking that finally we have someone who is let's say young, who is much younger than the presidents that we had before, because our previous presidents, they were way older. Poroshenko not so old, but before that, when we had Yushchenko, Yanukovych, Kuchma, Kravchuk, they were really like old elderly people. And yeah, I also, of course, I don't know, in my view, the younger president, maybe it's better, because first of all, he has fresh views. He knows everything about like some fresh technologies. And what I do not like about elderly politics, that they still like live and have this I don't know, views that we had in the past. But as for like my generation, of course, we do have completely different outlook than elderly people have. And that's why, like, when I read some, I don't know, articles from some, I don't know, deputy or MPs, deputy, and they are saying sometimes they are saying so ridiculous thing that I treat badly. And it's only because they are like 65, 70 years. I don't know, in my view, yeah, it could be maybe better if we had some I don't know, age limit. I don't know what you guys think, but of course, for me, like 40 years, like 45, 50 years, it's better than, I don't know, the guy who is 80 or 75 or even 70 being the main being the face of your country. It's 50-50. There are more Democrats, but the electoral system disadvantages cities over rural by design, so it takes far more votes for Democrats to win. Most Americans don't want Trump or Biden, but this is what we are stuck with, is the travesty, shame and mockery. Trump will look the next wife overseas. Should be retirement age for the politicians. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That definitely it should be like some limit or some. Biden is almost 100. We need younger in US too, but not some MAGA brainwash one who will in the end agree with Putin. I'm going to watch the Zolkin channel in a few minutes. It should be Dmitrio's turn for an interview tonight. Very interesting. Yeah, he has a great channel. Old man that will be gone soon shouldn't make policy for the rest of us who will be here for a while longer. Yeah. Exactly what I was thinking about, because I don't know, this elderly people, they are deciding for the whole nation and especially for younger generation, and I don't know, like our views, they are way different to their views, and I do not like that. Do you like Kamala Harris? I'm sorry, but I do not know who is Kamala Harris. Last election age was an argument too. Biden was 77, Trump is 77 now, but now it's not too old. I don't know, like 77. In Ukraine, 77 years, our granddad, he is maybe 76 or 77. And like, I could not imagine him being even, I don't know, like any sort of politician, because I don't know why, but in Ukraine, people in this age, I mean 70 plus, they look that they are old. But in your country, like in US, there were I've seen a lot of street interviews with, I don't know, in TikTok, in Instagram, where it's just random people on the street and they are 75, 80 years, but you cannot say that they are 75. They look like they are 55, like they are 50 years. I don't know, guys, why it's so dead. Mike. Mariam, don't you know the VP of America? What is VP? Hello, Augustin Bastos from Chile. Hello, Augustins. Vice President Harris is a former senator and a former prosecutor. Willie Nelson at 90. Rapid Flames, yeah, that's okay. Maybe you didn't recognize her name, that's understandable. Yeah, like I can be like unaware of many of your politics, because of course like I know just like some main people in your government, and of course I'm not American. And as for some words, I'm not native speaker, so sometimes I do not understand like the full sense of some, I don't know, like some sentences. Vice presidents, VP, vice president. So yeah, second to Biden. So in Ukraine, it's like a prime minister. So the main is the president, and the second is prime minister. Do you keep in touch with any Russians? No. I do not. Whatever happened to Klitschko, the former boxer? Don't hear much from anymore. You mean Klitschko? He's the Kyiv major. He's the major of Kyiv city, and his brother, I don't know, as far as I know, he lives in Germany. I've seen some videos with him, with his like support to Ukraine, with some trips around Ukraine, but it was maybe a year ago, so I don't know what is happening to him. But as for Klitschko, older, he's Kyiv city mayor, and he is sharing like reports about providing some military equipment regularly. Arnold, I feel, has better political views. By the way, what about Arnold? I remember that he was the mayor of California, right? But it was many years ago. Arnie is not born American, can't run for president. He is Austrian, right? He was born in Austria. Yeah, Arnie is a cool guy, and he's also about 70 years, yeah? Yeah, he was governor of California. Yeah, and it was when I was a kid, maybe. I was thinking like, wow, it's so cool that Arnie is the governor of California. Those Klitschko boxing brothers, I remember watching one of them box. The latest, like not the latest, the last the last really popular fight was against not Tyson Fury, not Floyd, maybe. I do not remember. It was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It was like a rematch or revanche. I vote for Kennedy, but third-party candidates have almost no chance. Okay. I don't know, guys. Like discussing your like political history is hard for me. I know that Kennedy was killed. I know that from we had some movie about that story, and of course it's from South Park. Like everybody knows that who is killed Kennedy. It's from South Park cartoon. Hello Jim, keep up the good work. I'm watching your channel from Newport Beach, California. Enjoy Luba food. Thanks a lot, Jim. Thanks for watching us. This is Kennedy is nothing like his ancestors, haha. It's hard for all non-Americans. Yeah, probably it's hard from all non-Americans. It's like the same if I was discussing with you some Ukrainian political history, our like ex-prime ministers, our ex-presidents. But yeah, maybe I think that like I'm just I pretending, not pretending. Okay, I think that you most of you know almost nothing about Ukraine before the full-scale invasion. Of course, maybe some of you, of course, know about the existence of Ukraine, but of course now you know much more. And same we, because before we were not so interested about US events, US politics. We were concentrated about our own stuff. I would like to hear your history because I came here to hear up Ukraine. I see. South Park, haha. I love skiing video. Please go again, Carly. I also missed that funny time, that happy time, that skiing part. First time ever trying to ski. Now I would vote for them. Very true. Paulo, do you have any world travel plans in the future? Alexander, I'd like to travel, of course. I'd like to visit some other countries, to have some vacation somewhere near to the sea or ocean. But it's just like dreams for us now. Yeah, unfortunately. Elizabeth, I love Ukraine. Thanks, Elizabeth. All right, it's almost 1:40. So, Californian Mike, you know they exist. Again, I know some about Ukraine since the collapse of USSR. I know that, definitely you heard about Chernobyl, our nuclear station that event in 1986, and you maybe saw the series about Chernobyl from HBO. And what else? Maybe some of our sportsmen like Shevchenko, like Klitschko brothers, who is world famous. I don't know what you could heard about Ukraine beside this. I've also played chess online with Ukrainian women for a couple years. Yeah, Chernobyl, familiar with it. So yeah, it's like worldwide events. Marty W, best of luck to you and your family, Paula. Hope peace eventually happens for all of Ukraine. Thanks, Marty. You can always visit Sweden. You will have somewhere to stay. Thanks, Katinka. I'd like to visit Sweden, of course. I know you have such beautiful nature. There are lots of Ukrainians in Canada, so I know how lovely they are for many years. Yeah, but I meant some, our political history, some events that took place in Ukraine. But now you have, most of them. Holodomor, yeah, it's also worldwide known event. Alright guys, it's 1:40, it's dark, it's getting chilly here, I'm a bit hungry, so thanks for being with me on this live, thanks for supporting Ukrainians, yeah, we are very grateful to you, thanks for watching me, thanks for sharing your time with me and my family, I appreciate that. And yeah, since many of you have morning time, I wish you good day. For other ones, I wish you to have a good one, and I'll see you maybe in a few days. Yeah. So thanks for all your comments, thanks to all your support and super chats, bananas. If I missed some of your message or question or comment, I'm sorry for that. Like, it's a bit uncomfortable to do these lives from the cell phone, since I see just 3 comments, and when I started to read the comment, usually disappeared because of the new comment. So yeah, have a nice day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.